Ursula, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Good. Thanks for calling in.
Um, I was wondering, how do you go by the steps of improving your credit, especially if you filed bankruptcy and you're trying to establish credit again?
Okay, so how do we establish credit after bankruptcy, right? That's what your question is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, have you gone through any of the video lessons yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do, Ursula, if you can, is go through these videos. To keep in mind, there's only 12 videos. The videos are somewhere between 3 and 7 minutes long. Super easy, right? And they will give you a little more depth than I'm about to give you right now. But this is a fantastic question for one reason. Everyone on the phone, in one way or another, has a similar question. They may not have had a bankruptcy, but they've had 3 foreclosures. Or they've had a nasty divorce, right? Or they've had short sales. And people are asking, how do I rebuild my credit? Now, for everyone listening, the good news is it's actually very easy, as you know, to rebuild your credit score if you do simple steps. And the key thing that I want to point out is it's about rebuilding around the bad credit, not getting the bad credit off your credit. Okay? This is a common misconception. And a lot of people literally spend thousands and thousands of dollars paying for credit repair. Because credit repair says, I can get this bankruptcy off your credit report. And unfortunately, that's illegal. So what we do is we say, no, if the bankruptcy is legitimate and it's not an error, leave it on your credit report, rebuild around the bankruptcy, and you can have a 720 credit score in 12 to 24 months after the bankruptcy. Okay? And that's after a discharge on a 7 and on a confirmation on a 13. Now, the question you probably have is, how do you do it, right?
Yes.
Pretty simple. It's pretty simple. And it's all explained in the videos, but let me just throw this out as a summary. The first thing you don't want to do is make sure you review your credit report for errors, because you can't rebuild your credit score if you have errors on the credit report. Okay? So in the portal, we have letters that you print out and send, super easy stuff that all you have to do is get it out. Okay? And send it to the bureaus. That's the first thing. There are no errors on your credit report, and that's fine. So what you do is you get it out. You get out your errors. The second thing you do is you get the errors off. Second thing, you get 3 revolving credit cards. Okay, these can be secured cards or any type of credit cards. And when you get a credit card, they need to follow 2 rules. 1, they need to report to all 3 bureaus. And 2, they need to report the proper credit limits, because if not, your credit score will not go up. And according to a Federal Reserve Board study, 46% of credit cards do not have the proper credit limit being reported. And then lastly, have some type of installment loan reporting to the bureaus, which could be like a credit rebuilder program, a car loan, a furniture loan. You know, we're very adamant not to go out and buy something just to get something raise your credit score. But there's various things you could do, which we talk about in the portal. Does that help you? Answer your question?
Sorta. Because my credit score right now is not exactly bad. It's 27, but they said that they can't see any bank activity or like a mortgage loan or something like that. I think that's what the letter said. And I'm like, I got a mortgage on my house, and I understand why it's not showing. And I also have like 3 different banks for my credit union, so I'm not understanding why.
You have 3 different what, Ursula?
3 different banks.
Okay. Well, so here's the thing. With regard to the mortgage, so the mortgage wasn't reaffirmed with the bankruptcy. That's why it's not reporting, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, but don't worry about that. Like, that doesn't matter. You don't need a mortgage loan to have a high credit score.
Okay.
The second thing is, regarding what they said there's not enough reporting. That's why you need new stuff. You need established new credit after the bankruptcy.
Okay.
So if you have a 627, you could have a 720 credit score in 6 months even with the bankruptcy on your credit report.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, I encourage you, Ursula, listen to the rest of the call. Listen to these other people. You're going to hear success stories on this call. You're going to hear people who followed the system 6 months, 9 months, a year later, after the bankruptcy, just like you, have a 720 credit score.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay? Great,
right.
Ursula. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for submitting your question.